Joe?
What's going on, Charlie? How was your week?
It was all right, my man. What did we do this week? I went back to an AA meeting finally.
You did? I saw you.
Yeah, I saw you Friday. It was a good one, actually. I actually enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
What else is going on? Well, yeah, really, this week was just work and stuff. And then, happy Father's Day, by the way, buddy.
Happy Father's Day, brother.
Yeah, just in case you have any swimmers that made it through.
I don't know. They could be out there somewhere. No knocks at the door yet, though.
I'm just obviously going to see my kids today. And that's about it, man. Yeah. What about your week?
Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Yeah, of course.
My week was good, man. I guess last week we spoke about stagnancy.
Yeah.
That is no more. I switched fellowships. I started a new sponsor in AA.
Came to the light side,
yeah,
bro?
I guess that's what they call it. I don't know. I needed change. I found that I wasn't growing spiritually anymore, and I felt stuck. The self-obsession was lifted. I don't want to use, I don't want to drink, but I wasn't growing. I felt like I wasn't growing anymore. And I'm able to identify that and see that. Okay. So I was able to make the change, And, dude, as soon as I asked this guy to be my sponsor, it was like a huge weight lifted off.
Talking about John, right?
Yeah. Your sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, I know who he is.
Yeah.
I met him
once.
He
was on this podcast once.
Yes, he was. I met him once or twice, yeah. That's good.
And we dived right into the work already.
Did you start?
I started. It was so funny because he's like, "How do you want to do it? You want to read? He's like, I know you've been through this before. What do you want to do? You want to read the whole thing? Dude, we spoke for like 10 minutes. He's like, we're going word for word. You sick bastard.
Oh yeah, he did that to me too. I do it out of the back of his truck. In before meetings, he's like, "All right, read this."
He's a great guy.
Yeah, man. He is awesome.
And he's just, I'm excited again. I'm excited about my recovery again.
Yeah,
and I didn't feel that way for a little bit there.
Yeah, and we had Friday's meeting. A speaker from that's his home group, right? Yeah. Right? Is that John's home group?
I
know he chairs meetings.
Chairs a bunch of meetings there. I don't know exactly which one's his home group. But that's also now what I have to do now. I have to find a new home group. Now I have to get a commitment, So.
What is a home group, by the way? I don't have one of those.
You don't?
No.
You have a home group is basically... I'm just kidding.
I know what it is, but
yeah. Well, yeah, you should.
You tell me. You tell me. Maybe people don't know what a home group is. Go ahead.
So a home group is your home. Like that's, you can hit any meetings you want, but you never miss your home group. And what happens is you build, relationships with those same home group members. And, you get a commitment, you help out.
Commitment is doing something like making coffee, putting away chairs.
Door greeting.
Yeah.
Doing chairs. And it keeps you coming back,
Right. If you have a commitment, you're involved. And then you have to also go to your home group meeting.
Yeah, so they'll have a business meeting. Once a month. And to discuss, dude, it's run like a court. Like the way the shit's run.
Now, did you have to fill out a waiver to leave your old home group?
No, I didn't.
You just tell them, fuck off, I'm not coming in?
I just bounced. I shouldn't have did it like that. Honestly. Dude, no, listen, I still have, I still have friends in NA, and I'll still go to NA meetings. I do still love NA. I just, I noticed somebody said something in a meeting once, like, you're sick, why wait around, get into the work. And that resonated with me.
Gotcha.
And it's like, I am, I need to start I want to start doing step work, but I want to start feeling better.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Because now it's like, it's the best way to explain it is that, like, yeah, I'm clean and sober, now I'm dealing with life without a drug. So, I'm learning how to deal with shit.
But you don't think... See, I had this discussion with somebody else. You don't think you're doing step work now? I mean, if you read the steps and whatever, helping others and realizing that you're this, that, the other thing. I mean, you don't we live by those?
Yeah, that's not really step work. That's service.
I understand, but my point is you're kind of doing it already.
Yeah, I am.
I mean,
and
most of us are.
It does help. Being selfless helps, but... There's I got to get to the core fucking problem with what's inside me, what goes on in my sick, twisted head.
Well, yeah, obviously, we all battle that. But I mean, even regular people, is that what I should say?
Yeah,
they battle things.
Normies.
Normies.
Yeah, normies.
Yeah, man. So
you have there? What do you got? A little soundboard there?
A little bit, but I didn't have anything to say yet, so we'll see.
Wait,
I'm waiting for you.
let go, let God?
Yeah, like. Oh, wait. Let go, let God, you just said?
Yeah.
I hate that cliche.
That's amazing. That's good. That's good stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, I'm assuming you're hanging out with your pops today?
Yeah, so gonna barbecue around 3 o'clock, hang out with the family.
Do normal things that normal people
things,
do?
Yeah.
That's good.
Work's going well. Everything's going well.
Yeah, it was you had a hot day this
My
week,
buddy
right?
my buddy Justin asked me to speak at CK Post Thursday.
Oh, for the guy, for what, the inpatient guys?
For the inpatient guys. And
That's
I
actually pretty
said,
cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man, because it's gonna bring me right back to those fucking chairs.
Oh, God.
You know, and I need that though. I think it'll be really good for me.
They're allowing, I guess because of COVID, they lifted that they could have people in now, huh?
Yeah, they'll probably still have me double mask with a windshield, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then you have to take a rapid test right before you go in, I'm sure, and everything else. The way to fucking
anyway,
the rules are there. Yeah, exactly. Who are you going with Justin? You said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Weren't you doing something with John too, or something? Going
When?
Were you speaking at a different place with John?
That was supposed to be Talbot House last week, but it didn't work out. I think he got stuck at his son's game or something.
Oh, okay.
But I know he'll get me more.
I know that his group wants people going to Talbot House and somewhere else. Like they've been looking for volunteers to go.
I got to start branching out more too, man. Because now I got to find new meetings that like you should come with us. We checked out a meeting in Massapequa called Firing Line on Thursdays.
Where is that?
I don't remember exactly what road, but it's like south of Sunrise.
Okay.
In Massapequa.
I'll go to that.
Fire meeting, bro.
I like that.
That'd be like 50, 60 people there.
Massapequa's a cool town.
Yeah,
too.
it was really cool.
I used to work in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely go. I actually like going to different meetings and meeting new people sometimes because you get again when we're talking about stagnant.
You know.
You're horsing around with the same old guys sometimes, and it's not like you're really doing anything for recovery. You're really just I mean, it's okay to be normal too and just hang out and not talk about recovery 24/7, but that's
you need the balance. Also, what happened too with I don't know if I told you about my buddy Mikey.
No.
So I get a fucking call last week, and he was really the only thing holding. I've been telling him like, dude, I'm not feeling the same in NA. You know, I feel like he's like, don't give up. You know, hit new meetings, and that's what I was trying to do. And then, dude, I find out my man calls me up, and he's like, so he just hit 2 years, and he's like, I kind of relapsed. I'm like, what do you mean?
What?
He's like, I started eating weed edibles, and I'm just like, why? You know, but I mean, he's trying to look at it as a like a mental health thing, but I'm like, you didn't get it prescribed. You're not taking it. Yeah, listen,
I mean,
it's a gray fucking area with the whole weed thing now because there's weed cards and shit. I can't do dick.
No,
I can't
I know,
do
I
anything,
know.
bro.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there that use it for medical for legit medical purposes. I don't see the bad thing with that. I guess I don't know. I'm not.
Different.
I just don't like the effects of weed. Never did.
Yeah.
So I don't really don't. That
But
never really was something that I
kind
even.
of like the same topic as people on Suboxone. The way I feel about Suboxone, right? I used to get high as fuck on Suboxone. The way I feel about that is if you are using it to come off heroin, yes. And you're using it to, get some time together, fine, sure. But if you're fucking living off this shit 2 years, 3 years, it's a Band-Aid, bro. You're just going to be on Suboxone forever?
Yeah. What's the other one?
Which?
Before Suboxone, everyone was taking.
I don't know.
The other one for heroin that people take.
Well, there's Vivitrol. But
you have to go to a clinic to get it?
The shot?
No. It's like...
Because that shit helps.
It's like orange... No.
Methadone.
Methadone, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I know guys that were in Vietnam that are still taking that from
That's
then.
what I'm saying, bro. You're just on a substance.
Like, it's weird.
And that's when the fucking big pharma comes in because they want all of us on that shit because they're getting kickbacks left and right.
Yeah, again, I never
That's what
was involved in that stuff, but
bro,
yeah.
when we went to CK Post, like, you want Suboxone? I'm like, no. They asked me like 3 times. Oh, we can give you
There were a lot of people on
Suboxone.
Suboxone.
I'm like, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I've been down that fucking road before.
It's a weird... Again,
Let me tell you something. Suboxone withdrawal, 10 times worse than fucking dope, bro.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So, do you wean off that like you do?
You're supposed to taper off. They'll usually start you with a blue 8 milligram film, and then they'll like wean, or you can cut them in half, make it 4, and wean yourself off, taper down. But
I mean, what, you get dope sick from not? Oh, really?
bro, Suboxone synthetic heroin. That's really what it is.
And you get high from it?
I did. I used to get fucking ripped off them.
Are you doing more than you're supposed to? Is that why?
Sometimes.
Oh. Okay.
But no, bro. Listen, I don't know. Everybody's different.
No. My point is, I didn't know if. I mean, obviously, it's not. The intent is not to get you high.
No, it's not. It's supposed to help you deal with your fucking cravings for dope and pills.
But when you're
opiates.
a fucking addict, then you take.
Yeah, I was getting high. I'd get high as fuck on them.
Yeah, I don't. Well, that's that other shit that you get in the gas stations.
Oh, Kratom.
The people
Good old
use that
Kratom.
to get people taper themselves off of heroin, but that's the same shit.
Bro, I had picked up $100 a day habit off Kratom.
That's insane.
100. I'm not even exaggerating that number. I was fucking pawning shit, bro, for Kratom.
Dude, the vape shop we go to,
and it's all over
to get vape stuff.
Yeah, it's right in front of our
Sell
face.
it there, and it's amazing the people that you see come in to buy that stuff.
It's addicting as
You're
fuck.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
That chick's buying it?
Yeah.
I thought she was here for a vape.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy,
it's
bro.
crazy.
I feel like sooner or later they'll ban it. But like then you get people like, well, you know, it's helping people come off heroin, and maybe it is because kratom is an all natural plant herb or some shit, and it hits your opiate receptors.
Again, I mean, to me, to get yourself clean, you just got to stop with all that shit. Because when you fuck your receptors, I thought that was something with alcohol too.
Yeah.
I kind of remember when we were in inpatient, like your mental health doesn't that change? It changes because of the drugs that you're doing. If you can't get yourself back to like a normal brain function, you're always going to be have that addiction problem. So I mean, I know alcohol for sure is what do they say? It's like 5 days, I think. Once 5 days, your addiction, your actual addiction is done. But now it's all mental, which I mean, obviously that's with most drugs, but obviously the mental part is what you battle for the rest of your life. Obviously, it does get better as time goes on. But yeah, I mean, I know that physical addiction, I know with alcohol, I think it's 5 days if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know how long it is for other shit.
Well, yeah, bro. I think alcohol is like the worst thing to detox from. Alcohol. And
It's the only thing that could kill you.
Yeah, and I believe because you can have seizures and shit.
Yeah.
And I think Xanax too.
Is
like,
that right?
yeah, like Coke and shit's just mental.
I mean, there is a physical addiction to everything.
Yeah,
but
dope
after a
is
few
physical.
days, you're done
But
with
like
it.
alcohol is like the worst one, bro.
Well, I
You can
know
seize the
you
fuck
can
out.
die. Yeah, I think the only someone told me that. One of the counselors told me that alcohol's the only thing you die from. You could be a crazy dope head and you're gonna have a fucking rough go for a few days, but you're not gonna die.
Yeah, it's just gonna suck.
I remember being in detox in St. Charles. My roommate was coming off of heroin, and I thought the guy was gonna kill me in my sleep. Actually, he was like crazy in my face. Fuck out! And I was like, dude, I was sleeping. Like, you just woke me up, guy.
Did you see
They
my
actually
buddy,
threw him out.
Yeah. Did you see my buddy Jason Friday?
Yeah. Actually, Jason came up to me. We were
I think that was
about,
episode 2, right? I spoke about
yes,
bringing him into detox.
Yes.
And now he's got 30 days. So
He looked good too.
Yeah.
Seems like he's got a good head on his shoulders. He's got to keep it going. I mean, like relapsing's tough, man, because you know it's weird. You know where you came from, and you want to get back there, and it's hard to do.
It gets harder every time to come back, bro.
But
and I'm not one of those people like, hi, I had a slip up. No, bitch, I'm fucking out, bro. I'll see all y'all later. I'm out.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
out, and I'll run it to the ground. That's what I do every time.
Like, I don't know if
I ain't coming back if I use.
I don't know if I talked about this when I went to go into inpatient. I went in at one point, and what ended up happening was I finally was like, fuck this, I gotta do this. So I went to go in. I went in. I had issues with health, diabetes, high blood pressure, whatnot. So they wouldn't keep me.
Yeah.
They sent me to the hospital. So the hospital leveled me out. So I took a couple rapids. I took a rapid when I got to CK. I took a rapid at the hospital. I came back to CK that night because they got
This is
everything
when I was
under
in there with
control.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got it. Well, it was before I saw you.
Yeah.
They got me under control. I took another rapid when I came back. Fine. The next morning I woke up, took a rapid. So now it was my fourth one. They said I had COVID, and at the time they didn't have isolation. I think because of me they started the isolation with COVID. I'm not 100% sure because I know when you were there,
fucked twice.
right? But this was before you got there. Because I was there, and then they go, "Oh, you got to go home for 10 days." I go home.
Yeah. Oh,
said-
yeah. So it could be.
I said, "Wait a second.
Yeah.
I'm here for fucking to take care of an addiction. You're gonna send me home. You realize what I'm gonna do if I go home?"
Yeah.
And I'm telling they go home. Don't go to a store. You have COVID, and stay home for 10 days and call us in 10 days, and we'll take you back.
Yeah.
I rode from there
those 10
right
days.
to a liquor
Oh, I
store,
know.
dude.
You drank yourself.
I
10
drank.
days.
Not only that, it ended up being 30 days.
Really?
And that's when, they couldn't take me back. And then finally, when I went
See,
back
that's
in,
scary,
that's
bro,
the
because
stint I met you.
That's scary, dude. Because like, you're lucky you made it back.
And I was in an apartment
You know, drinking
alone.
yourself to death. Yeah.
Alone.
It's fucked up.
And then I finally, when they said that you can come back in like 3 days, I said, all right, you know what? Let me not drink for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
So I get myself in a normal thing. That first night, I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And I drank. And I
Yeah.
literally showed up at CK Post.
It's fucked up, bro.
Like,
When it starts to come into rehabs and fucking detox, like you know when you go to if you go into like St. Charles, for instance, if you can't just be like, listen, I have an addiction problem. You
gotta be
you
fucked
need to
up.
be blasted to go in there, so they'll take you.
I brought my cousin. My cousin
like,
there.
drink a beer and they'll accept you. It's like that's so crazy, bro.
My cousin called
What
me
normal
up.
person is gonna want to just go to a detox?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Nobody in their right mind's like, let me go get it. Like,
What my prior to me doing this is back way before I met you.
yeah.
A cousin of mine has an alcohol issue, which by the way he's doing very well.
How is your cousin in CK?
Oh yeah,
Gotta be out
he
by
got
now.
out. So I had two cousins that went to CK.
Yeah.
One prior to me, one after me. The one after me, he got out. He's doing good. He's doing good. He's home with his dad.
His meetings and stuff.
He goes to meetings. He had a rough go as a kid. So he lost his mother when he was young and a whole bunch of stuff and did stupid shit. But what ended up happening with him was he's also got issues that he needed medications for. And he pretty much self-medicated to fix that. And it obviously in the worst way he could possibly do it.
Well, that's what we do.
And now he is on medication and he doesn't take any any of the stuff we were just talking about.
Yeah.
But he's on mental health stuff and it's actually helping him, so he's doing well.
Good.
But the other cousin that was I was actually still a raging alcoholic at the time, and I got a call from his cousin saying, "Hey, he lives with me down here. I think it was South Carolina, North Carolina, one of those places.
Yeah.
I can't take it anymore. I'm sending him back up to New York." And his family up here, which is my family as well.
Yeah.
Which is all families. Don't fucking talk to you when you're a fucking mess.
Yeah.
So this was his last lifeline, so to speak.
Yeah.
She called me like, "Listen, I love him, but you gotta help me out. I'm sending him back to New York." He got off a
because
bus.
they see everything that you're doing, and they know you.
No, this was prior to me even going to CK.
Going to-
They thought I wasn't a problem.
Oh, okay.
So I picked up my cousin from a bus station while I was at work, brought him back to my job because I still had to work that day. And now, mind you, I'm still leaving the job, going to liquor store, getting shit hammered, and here I am, like John. Oh, sorry, like saying, "Hey, man, we gotta help you out." So that night, I picked him up from the bus station, went back to my job. He sat in my car. I'm like, "Listen, what do you drink?" He's like, "Beer." I'm like, "All right, we're going to 7-Eleven, get some Natty Daddies or whatever the hell he drink." He had like 5 or 6 of them in my car. While I was still at work, I had like an hour left to work. I go, "You got to drink these before I bring you to St. Charles." He's like, "What are you talking about? I'm trying to not to drink." I'm like, "I know, but that's how it works over there."
It's fucked
So
up.
I got him the ride to St. Charles. And by the way, the job was in Massapequa. St. Charles was out in Port Jeff. So the ride from Massapequa to Port Jeff, he was so hammered, and I'm like, this motherfucker, shut up, you drunk asshole. Like, he don't remember, he probably doesn't even remember when I dropped him off.
Yeah.
And it was during the heat of COVID. This was last year, like maybe September, October, September-ish, I think.
Yeah.
So when I got there, they were like, you can't stay. So I'm like, all right, give me a wheelchair. I went to the car, threw him in a wheelchair, wheeled him in, threw his bag on his lap, was like, all right, buddy, I got to go.
Yeah.
Call me tomorrow.
Yeah.
And the next day I followed up with him.
Good.
So he actually went from there to a place upstate.
St. Chris?
Yes, thank you. And then left there and went to CK Post inpatient after that.
Okay.
So he did that prior, which I didn't even know.
Yeah.
And then when I was there, a couple of guys that I knew there, he knew. He's like, oh, you're at CK. Do you know this guy, this guy?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah.
And it turned out I didn't realize he went. So I didn't get him to CK Post, but
Yeah.
after I went to CK, my other cousin, with that, his dad called
Yeah.
me, and he's the one that I said, hey, go here.
Gotcha.
You should really give this thing a shot. But yeah, I mean, all these things do help. I'm telling you, when you do inpatient, man, it's like
yeah.
it's a big deal. I know you did it a couple times, and that doesn't don't be
Yo,
be
you remember-
scared of going thinking it's
play
gonna
a clip.
relapse you.
I gotta play a clip. I was showing people this. Remember my cousin Vinny?
Yeah, of course.
Dude, remember this part? This is me when the people discuss rehab. Right? That's just... I wonder if the mic...
To be honest with you, I didn't pass my first time out.
That's okay. You probably passed the second time, right?
This is
I'm
me.
afraid not.
3 times a charm?
But for me, it isn't.
Hold on,
For
listen.
me, 6 times was a charm.
6 times, bro.
Listen, that happens.
I ain't never want to go back.
But don't be discouraged to go in because you learn a lot, you get a lot. I've only done it
Absolutely.
once. I'm not saying that I'm any better than Joe, of course. It's just sometimes people go and they're not
Everybody's
ready.
story is different. Dude, that's my problem. My first time, I did it for a union. Right? I did it for the job. The second time I was like, maybe I have a pill problem. I can still drink. They let me out on New Year's. I was back in 2 weeks.
Oh God,
The third time is like, okay, I did a 90-day out in Arizona. 90-day program.
90.
90 days in a rehab. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't even know if I could do 90.
It wasn't that bad because you live in it, bro. First of all, Arizona is like gorgeous.
No, that
You
I
live
know.
in a
Yeah, I've been
fucking-
there a million times.
So they'll break it up. Those are long extended rehab. So like you don't. It's kind of like work almost. Like you live in a house. 9 to 5, they'll bring you to the rehab. Then you're free for the rest of the day.
Oh, okay.
And then
okay.
like Saturdays and Sundays, they'll bring you around.
Not like where we were, where it was a fucking prison.
No, not at all, bro. And then they'll bring you to outside meetings every day. They'll bring you to the gym if you want. Insurance covered everything.
Oh, okay.
Food,
So that's a little
fucking-
different.
Yeah, free cigarettes every week.
Yeah, I mean, I say it was
And
a
then,
prison. It wasn't.
No.
Okay.
But then...
That was 3?
That was 3. Number 4 was...
It's good that you remember them at least.
Number 4 was Humble Beginnings in Pennsylvania. And then I lived in the sober house in Jersey for a little bit.
Okay.
When I left Arizona with a crazy kratom habit. And I was still doing that. And I was doing
That's where you did kratom.
That's where I
for the first
discovered
time?
kratom.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
like
I didn't know that.
4 years. It wasn't popular over here yet. Now it's everywhere. But and then so then I was living in a sober house out in Jersey, and then the 5th time was Seafield, Riverhead. I lived in a sober house out in Riverhead, and then the 6th time was CK Post.
So let me ask you a question since
Yeah.
you just said that because I don't want to be discouraging
What's
to
up?
What
changed?
What makes you the person you are today as opposed to the person you were the days after the first 5 times you were in rehab?
That's a fucking fantastic question. Acceptance, I believe.
So you went to rehab 5 times and still didn't accept that you were an addict?
I went to rehab 6 times.
Well, the first 5
Oh,
times.
the first 5. Like I said, I did. I started accepting it my 3rd rehab in. Like I have a problem.
But with one thing but not another.
Yeah,
That's not really accepting.
exactly. That's why I did 6.
Right, yeah. But I'm saying, all right, so
Like,
your,
what
sixth,
changed-
your last
bro,
one is
somewhere-
acceptance. So
yeah.
you 5 times you went and you didn't accept the fact that you had
Yeah.
an issue with anything. You just had an addictive behavior for anything. But now you figured that out the last time, which is great.
Something along my timeline changed, where as to now, I want it. I want recovery, bro, because I can't keep going on this way. I can't. Listen, I said it in CK Post and they thought I was suicidal, but I'll say it again on here. I'd rather fucking just end it, bro, than continuing to live a
lifestyle
like this.
I agree. You know what?
You know what I mean? I'd
felt
rather
the
just
same
hang
way.
it up. When
I
you
felt
see
the
these,
same way.
When you see these guys 60, 70, bro, getting a 30-day, like, bro, that's my biggest fear.
That's me, buddy.
No, you're not. You're not that old. Something changed, bro. Something changed. I didn't hit bottom enough, I guess. I don't know. And like now, dude, I've lost so many friends. I mean, I know people all over the country. I've lost all my friends are dead.
I mean, I said, my theory on it, I did outpatient a lot, which I still do and I do like.
Yeah.
Did outpatient a lot in the past.
Yeah.
I never did inpatient, but inpatient, and again, I'm not gonna, like a lot of people say it, like I have this fucking, what do you call it, spiritual awakening. It wasn't like that. It just mentally awoke.
Yeah, you were fucking tired.
I said, wait a second.
Where's your button there?
Yeah.
You're tired of being sick and tired, bro. That's really what it is, though. You're fucking tired of being sick and tired.
I hate that cliche.
There you go.
And
That cliche.
it's just it comes to a point, man. It's like do or die.
And it turned into like I want to live a normal life. I've changed everything.
I just
jobs,
wanna
lifestyles, everything. Just
Yeah, I just want to be happy, bro.
Yeah, me
I've never
too.
been happy.
Me
And the thing is, not that I'm saying like I'm a fucking miserable piece of shit walking around everywhere. I just
Well, you
bro,
kind of are a
yeah,
miserable
I am.
piece of shit.
Lately, yeah. No, but bro, I've never looked in the mirror and fully loved who I am, and I don't know why that is. And I've dealt with that my whole life. As soon as I look in the mirror, negative. I have negative thoughts every time. And then, like, the way I've been living for the last 10 years and all the bad shit I've done, it makes you feel like even more of a piece of shit. So then you keep telling yourself you're a piece of shit, you'll start to believe
enough.
it.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know?
and other
But then
people.
th-
Other
I
people
try
tell you
getting
you're a piece
down
of
to the
shit, too.
fucking root of the problem all the time. Like, why, what, like, I do believe this shit's genetic. My whole family's addicts and alcoholics. Like, I've heard people say, you were uprooted as a kid. Because I grew up in Brooklyn, but I moved out here. And I hated it out here. I didn't fit in. I was a city kid, And they say, I did. I hung out with the bad kids for acceptance and ran with it for friends.
Right.
So maybe that's what could have started there. I don't know. Another thing is, I actually spoke to somebody about this the other day. I was taken advantage of it when I was 14 by a fucking 40-something-year-old woman, but I liked it, so I don't consider it rape. If that makes any sense.
There you go.
They're still saying, like, you were taken advantage of. I don't know. It could be a bunch of things. I don't know exactly what step. Like, I don't wish I had, trauma. Like, but you know what I mean? Like, I wish I could pinpoint it on something. I've always dealt with low self-worth, low self-esteem, not feeling good enough, not fitting in, shit like that. I've always had those issues. But I'm like a chameleon, bro. I mean, like, I could fit in anywhere, I'm social. I still got to get better at fucking getting vulnerable and sharing. But
Well, you do.
yeah, I'm getting better with it. But I think, honestly, bro, it's to the point now, I'm at the point in my life now, it's like there's a reason why I'm still on this planet, and there's a reason why I'm still fucking breathing, and I really believe that reason is to get this shit right and to help the next guy. And
Yeah, I mean,
that's my main goal.
I actually 100% agree because there was a time, again, when you're fucked up, you think that there's no purpose, but there is a purpose.
And I wanted to go back before we wrap up, too, about that mental health. Maybe we could talk about mental health and stuff one episode.
Yeah, we'll do that next week.
Yeah. Well, I want to have that lady on. We got to reach out.
Yes.
We got to reach out to her. But a lot of times, bro, like I have an uncle, but he's bipolar. But my mom would think I'm bipolar, right? And they test me all the time. They test me. But it'd come back negative where you got to remember, you can't really pinpoint. Like, it was always drug induced. You
Right.
know what I mean? So it's hard to fucking get an accurate reading on a diagnosis for somebody if they're always using drugs. You know, and then like I do suffer with depression, but my depression would be severe if I'm using. Makes sense.
Right.
You know? So like when you come out of a rehab and they fucking throw you on like 10 medications. I stopped taking my Lexapro. I haven't taken that shit in like they had me on I stopped all that, bro.
Right. I'm
not
any
saying
mental
for
health
people
stuff.
to do that. I'm just saying I know that like most of my shit stems from being drug induced, you know?
Well, alcohol is a depressant.
Exactly.
So I was, you know, my biggest, I'm going to say I'm not going to say bottom because I don't like that, but my biggest issue was when the height of COVID, I got laid off for a few months.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in an apartment by myself. I was mentally strained.
Yeah.
And I was actually in a outpatient at that time, and even my counselor was like, "We got to put you on something." I'm like, "I'm not taking anything," and I had to struggle through it, and I had rough go at it. I did, but you know, you bounce back. You know, you got to just think positive about what's going on. Even when I was using, I'd be like, "All right, well, you know, you still got a job to go to once this thing clears," and blah 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 blah. You just got to keep your head up.
Yeah.
But let's wrap up for the week.
Yeah.
Again, happy Falls Day to everybody
Happy
out
Falls Day,
there.
everybody.
And we'll catch you guys next week. All right, Joe?
All right, brother. Take
Later,
care.
man.